Tom stood at the bus stop on a sunny Tuesday. He tried to read the schedule on the metal pole. The small numbers looked like tiny, gray, blurry spots today. He rubbed his blue eyes to see the text better. The distant bus was just a big yellow moving cloud. This blurriness was becoming a real problem for his life. He squinted hard, but the words stayed very fuzzy indeed. Maybe his perfect vision was starting to change quite slowly. Tom decided to find a good optician in this neighborhood. He walked down the street, looking for a medical sign. His blue t-shirt was bright under the warm morning sun. A large shop window with many glasses caught his eye. The sign above the door said Vision Care Center clearly. Tom felt a little bit nervous about his first exam. He opened the glass door and heard a soft bell. The shop was very bright and looked extremely modern inside. White shelves were filled with hundreds of stylish designer frames. A kind assistant greeted him with a very polite smile. "Hello, I would like to check my vision today, please." The assistant checked the digital calendar on the big screen. "Dr. Iris can see you in 10 minutes, she said. Tom sat on a comfortable chair in the waiting area. He looked at a magazine about the latest optical technology. Lasers and digital lenses sounded like something from the future. He wondered if his face was right for square frames. A young girl was trying on bright pink glasses nearby. Everyone in the shop seemed to be very happy today. Tom took a deep breath to calm his racing heart. Taking care of his eyes was a very smart decision. He wanted to see every leaf on the green trees. The walls were decorated with photos of happy, smiling people. The light reflected off the polished floor very beautifully today. Tom adjusted his jeans and waited for the doctor's call. A nurse came out and spoke his name very softly. It was time to find out why everything was blurry. He followed her into a quiet and dark medical room. The air was cool and smelled like fresh, clean glass. He saw a large machine with many small round lenses. This was the start of his journey to clear sight. Tom felt ready to face the truth about his eyes. Dr. Iris entered the room with a very calm smile. She wore a white coat and very elegant red glasses. "Please sit in this high black chair, Mr. Tom." Tom sat down and looked at the white wall ahead. "We will start with a very simple light test today. Look into the machine and watch the small red house." He saw a tiny picture that moved in and out. The machine measured the length of his blue eyes precisely. Dr. Iris turned off the main lights in the office. "Can you read the letters on the distant glowing screen?" Tom could only see the very large letter at top. The smaller rows were just a mess of black lines. "I cannot read anything below the third row," he said. Dr. Iris placed a metal frame on his young face. She started to slide different glass lenses into the frame. "Tell me if the letters become sharper or much worse." Lens number 1 was blurry, but number 2 was better. Suddenly, the letters became very sharp and very clear today. "Wow, I can read the bottom line perfectly right now. DF, P, T, and a small letter Z," he read. Dr. Iris smiled and made some notes in her book. "Your eyes are a little bit short-sighted," she explained kindly. This is very common for people who work on computers. Tom realized he spent many hours looking at his screen. We need to find the perfect prescription for your life. She checked his near vision with a small reading card. The text was clear, so he only needed distance glasses. Tom felt a sense of relief that it was simple. He would not have to struggle at the bus stop. Dr. Iris checked his eye pressure with a puff air. The test was quick and did not hurt at all. Your eyes are very healthy, which is great news today. She turned the bright lights back on in the room. Tom took off the heavy metal testing frame very carefully. The world felt blurry again without the special glass lenses. He was eager to get his own pair of glasses. Dr. Iris handed him a small white paper with numbers. This is your official prescription for the optical shop assistant. You will be amazed at how much detail you missed. Tom thanked the doctor for her very thorough medical work. Tom walked back into the bright, main showroom area. The assistant was ready to help him choose a frame. We have many different materials like titanium and high plastic. Tom looked at the rows of frames with great interest. He wanted something that looked good with his blue t-shirt. The assistant suggested a pair of thick black rectangular frames. These are very popular and suit your face shape well. Tom put them on and looked in a large mirror. He looked much more serious and very smart in them. He tried a pair of round gold metal frames next. Those made him look like a very creative young artist. I'm not sure about the round ones, he said. He tried on a pair of blue transparent plastic frames. They matched his eyes, but felt a little bit too bright. Selecting the right glasses was harder than he had imagined. He spent 20 minutes trying on many different stylish models. The assistant remained very patient and helpful throughout the process. What about these lightweight gray frames over here, Mr. Tom? Tom put them on and felt how light they were. They were almost invisible and very comfortable on his nose. However, he kept thinking about the first black rectangular pair. He put the black ones on his face once more. Yes, these are definitely the ones for me, he decided. They felt strong and looked very modern on his face. The assistant checked the fit behind his ears very carefully. We can adjust the arms to make them perfectly straight. Tom felt happy with his final and very stylish choice. He chose a special coating to protect against computer light. This would help his eyes stay fresh during long work. The assistant calculated the total price for the new glasses. Tom used his card to pay for the high-quality lenses. Your glasses will be ready in about 1 hour today. He decided to wait and explore the nearby city shops. He left the shop with a very hopeful feeling inside. Soon he would see the world in high definition again. The sun was still shining on the busy city pavement. He noticed that the trees looked like green, fuzzy clouds. He could not wait to see the individual small leaves. 1 hour felt like a very long time to wait. Tom enjoyed a quick cup of coffee at the corner.
Write a comment. 3 best comments get 20 English lessons completely free.
Tom returned to the Vision Care Center exactly an hour later. His new black glasses were waiting in a hard case. The assistant cleaned the lenses with a soft yellow cloth. Here they are. Please try them on for the fit. Tom took the glasses and placed them on his nose. The world suddenly became incredibly sharp and very vivid today. He could see the tiny texture of the white walls. He could read the small text on the far door. This is absolutely amazing. I could see everything so clearly. The assistant checked the level of the glasses on him. They sat perfectly straight on his friendly and happy face. She used a small tool to tighten a tiny screw. Does the frame feel too tight on your ears, Tom? No, they feel very light and very comfortable right today. He looked in the mirror and smiled at his reflection. The glasses made his blue eyes look even more bright. He felt like a brand new person with clear vision. Dr. Iris came out to see the final successful result. You look great, and your vision is now 20/20, Tom. She gave him a small bottle of special cleaning spray. Only use this cloth to wipe your new expensive lenses. Never use your blue t-shirt or a rough paper towel. Tom promised to follow all the doctor's professional rules. He put his old case into his deep jeans pocket. He felt a newfound confidence as he stood up straight. The world was no longer a blurry and confusing place. He thanked the staff for their excellent and kind service. The assistant gave him a small bag for the accessories. We hope you enjoy your new view of the world. Tom walked toward the exit with a very steady step. The bell rang as he stepped back into the street. The wind felt fresh and the city was very loud. He looked at a distant billboard and read every word. He could see the faces of people across the road. Everything had a beautiful and very clear dark outline today. He felt like he was watching a high-quality Pixar movie. His journey to the optician was a total great success. He decided to walk home to test his new eyes. The colors of the flowers were bright and very deep. Tom was the happiest man in the whole city today. Tom walked through the park on his way back home. He stopped to look at a small brown sparrow. He could see every individual feather on the little bird. Before, it would have been just a small brown dot. The green grass looked like a soft velvet green carpet. He noticed the patterns on the old stone fountain nearby. People were walking their dogs in the warm evening light. Tom could see the happy expressions on their friendly faces. He felt more connected to the world around him today. He reached the busy intersection near his apartment building area. The traffic lights were bright and had very clear edges. He could read the license plates on the passing cars. Driving will be much safer with these new black glasses. He reached his front door and found his silver keys. He could see the small keyhole without any struggle today. Inside his apartment, everything looked different and very new. He noticed a small bit of dust on the shelf. I guess I need to do some cleaning this weekend. He laughed and sat down on his soft gray sofa. He picked up a book and read several long pages. The black text was sharp against the white paper page. His eyes did not feel tired or heavy at all. This was the best investment he had made this year. He looked out the window at the setting golden sun. The sky was a beautiful mix of orange and purple. He could see the distant mountains for the first time. They were majestic and had snow on their high peaks. Tom felt a deep sense of gratitude for his sight. He took a photo of the view with his phone. The photo was clear, just like his own new vision. He called his sister to tell her the great news. "I got my glasses and I can see the stars." She was very happy and told him he looked smart. Tom felt like he had a superpower in his pocket. He decided to cook a nice dinner for himself today. Cutting vegetables was much easier with his new clear eyes. He did not cut his fingers once during the process. The meal smelled delicious and looked very colorful and fresh. He enjoyed every bite while watching the evening news today. Life was much better with a clear and sharp focus. That Friday, Tom went to the local cinema alone. He wanted to see a new animated film on screen. He sat in the middle of the large, dark theater. He put on his glasses as the lights went down. The screen came alive with incredible and very bright colors. He could see every detail of the high-quality animation today. The characters looked so real and very expressive and deep. He did not have to lean forward to see clearly. The subtitles were very easy to read from his seat. He felt completely immersed in the magic of the story. Before, he would have missed many of the small details. Now he could see the background characters and their actions. The movie was a wonderful journey for his new eyes. He ate his popcorn and felt very happy and relaxed. The sound was loud and the images were perfectly sharp. After the film, he walked out into the cool night. The city lights were glowing like many bright, colorful jewels. He saw the moon, and it was a perfect silver. The stars were tiny points of light in the sky. He stood still for a moment to just look up. The universe felt much bigger than it did before today. He walked past the optician shop on his way back. The shop was closed, but the green sign was glowing. He felt a small bond with the place and staff. They had given him a new way to see life. He reached his street and saw a neighbor waving hello. "Good evening, Tom. I like your new stylish black glasses." "Thanks. I can actually see you waving from here today." They had a short and very pleasant small talk together. Tom felt more social and much more confident in himself. He went up to his apartment and felt very tired. He took off his glasses and placed them on table. The world became soft and blurry once again for him. He realized how much he relied on his new tool. He cleaned them one last time before going to bed. They were his most prized and useful possession right today. He fell asleep and dreamed of clear and bright landscapes. His mind was full of sharp images and vivid colors. Tomorrow would be another day of clear and bright vision. He was ready for whatever the world showed him next. Monday morning arrived with a bright and very early sun. Tom put on his glasses before he even got up. He felt ready to tackle his busy work week today. His computer screen was no longer a bright, blurry mess. He could read the tiny emails without any eye strain. His productivity increased because he felt so much better today. He finished his first task in record time this morning. His boss noticed his energy and gave him a compliment. "You seem very focused and very efficient today, Tom." "Really?" Tom smiled and adjusted his black frames on his nose. "I can finally see what I am doing," he joked. He spent the lunch break walking in the city center. He looked at the architecture of the old historic buildings. He could see the carvings on the stone and wood. History was written in the details he had once missed. He bought a newspaper and read it on the bench. The small print was easy and very clear to read. He did not need to hold it close to face. A small child was blowing bubbles in the park nearby. Tom watched the bubbles float and shine in the sun. He could see the reflection of the park in bubbles. Everything felt more alive and much more interesting to him. He returned to the office and worked until 5 o'clock. His head did not ache at the end of day. Usually, he felt very tired and had a small headache. Today, he felt fresh and very full of positive energy. He realized how much strain his eyes had been under. He was glad he did not wait any longer today. He sent a thank you note to the Vision Center. The staff appreciated his kind and very sincere words today. Tom left work and walked to the local grocery store. He could read the labels on the high food shelves. He chose the freshest vegetables by looking at their skin. Shopping was much faster when you could see everything clearly. He walked home with 2 heavy bags of healthy food. His glasses stayed perfectly in place during the long walk. He felt like a very responsible and modern young adult. The evening was quiet, and he felt very peaceful today. He was living his best life with a clear vision. Monday was a great start to a very good week. It was the weekend, and Tom went for a drive. He drove to a quiet place far from city lights. He wanted to see the night sky in total darkness. He parked his car and stepped out into the night. He put on his glasses and looked up at sky. The Milky Way was visible as a bright white band. He could see thousands of tiny and very bright stars. They were like diamonds scattered on a black velvet cloth. He found the Big Dipper and the North Star easily. He had never seen the sky so clearly in life. The world was so much bigger than his small apartment. He felt a sense of wonder and very deep peace. His new glasses were the key to this beautiful sight. He sat on the hood of his car for hours. The air was cold, but his heart was very warm. He thought about the doctor and the optical shop again. They helped him see the beauty of the entire universe. He felt lucky to live in a time with glasses. A shooting star flashed across the dark and deep sky. He saw it clearly from the start to the end. He made a wish for a very bright and happy. The night was silent except for the wind and trees. Tom felt like he was part of something very big. He drove back to the city with a smile today. The city lights were waiting for him in the distance. He reached his home and felt very tired but happy. He took off his glasses and put them in case. "Thank you for a wonderful day," he whispered to them. He fell asleep immediately and slept very soundly all night. The next morning he woke up and reached for them. The world became sharp and bright once again for Tom. He was ready for a new day of clear seeing. He put on his blue t-shirt and his blue jeans. He looked in the mirror and liked what he saw. A young man with a clear vision and big dreams. He walked out of his door and into the sun. The bus was coming and he could read the number. Everything was perfect in his new and very clear world. Tom was ready for anything that came his way today. The story of his eyes was a very happy one.